initiate chaos theory guarantees that we'll play like lightning shots, sounding like thunder. For every time in the face that it hits us, we're faster. Well, they should know by now. They see the world keeps trying to shake us. It only waits us. The pendulum swings. The pendulum swings. It's in a beautiful darkness. Only another. It's full steam ahead. Full steam ahead. All above the Petty Express. Misdirected from the start. It's a runaway train. I come a freight train. I come a freight train. In a beautiful darkness, the Petty Express. In a beautiful darkness.
Well, welcome back, you guys. We are back on morning of day 8. And Granny Smith, I did cruise a little bit ahead on what was going on in chat. It seems like Kouri and her female defense attorneys are going to stay in horrible, just terrible moods. I think cranky is their baseline. Excuse me. I do have it at 1.25 and I do have the sound boosted. Can we ask who in the hell picked out this jacket? What in the Tim Burton gone wrong is this jacket? Also, you would think you wouldn't dress your person in stripes of any kind. I'm just throwing that out there.
With defendant. Mr. Bloodworth, anything before we invite the jury in?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Let's invite the jury.
Fair point.
Notebook? I like notebooks. You do so well. I think you
Have a seat. Thank you. All right, have a seat. Good morning. We will proceed with additional testimony in the state's case in chief. Mr. Burmester, the state's next witness, please.
LaShonda Rogers.
Ms. Rogers, good morning. If you'd step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in. Thank you.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Please have a seat.
You're going to drag that. There you go. Mr. Burmester, please proceed.
Thank you. Ms. Rogers, could you please state your full name and then spell your full name for the court?
Yes, LaShonda Rogers, LaShawanda, and Rogers is Rodgers.
Thank you. Ma'am, are you employed?
Yes,
How are you employed?
for New York Life Insurance Company.
And what do you do for New York Life Insurance Company?
I'm a senior representative in the call center.
Oh,
Can
never
you
mind.
briefly explain to the jury what you do as a Platinum Senior Advisor?
Yes, I take inbound phone calls from platinum agents that service clients all over the United States. I answer questions in regards to beneficiary changes, ownership changes, make payments on policies, and just discuss anything overall insurance related that they have questions on.
Do you know or know of an agent from Utah named Brian Freckleton?
Yes, I do.
And did you receive a call from him, an inquiry, on June 2nd of 2022?
Yes, I did.
So on that day, did he explain to you a problem that he had observed and that he wanted some reconciliation or information?
Yes, he did.
Briefly, just tell us what the conversation was about, not for the purpose of proving any truth, just so we know what you were doing afterwards. So briefly explain.
Okay, so when Mr. Freckleton called, he wanted some information on some beneficiary change that had happened on a policy. He wanted to know why they had been changed and finagled with several times. So I explained to him through research what happened.
Okay. And so were you able to get that information on that day of the phone call, June 2nd?
Not all of it. I had to reach out to another department to get additional information, and then I followed up with him a few days later.
I see. By email?
Correct.
Okay. Can we take a look at, first of all, let's take a brief look at States Exhibit 7-20, please. Can you scroll through that, Scott?
So they can zoom in for you if you like. It's not a touch screen.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
If you
My-
can't see it, they can zoom in for you.
My view is kind of fuzzy.
Yes, mine is as well.
Is there a reason it would be out of focus? It's never been out of focus before.
That tablet's a little bit out of
Is
focus.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have trouble seeing
Mind
it?
if I lean over and just
No,
make sure you're seeing
Your
it?
Honor, please.
She has as clear a view as I do. Scott, I think it'd be helpful for the witness if you could zoom in. The type is pretty small.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
You're
There we go. Thank you so much.
Okay, so does this look familiar to you?
Yes.
Okay, can you explain to the jury what this is, or for the court, I guess, really?
Well, this page is what the agent had sent to the client. That's not something that I sent.
Okay, so let's scroll to the very beginning, or that would be the end of the document. The very last page, if you will. Okay, so does that look familiar to you?
Yes,
Okay. Is this the email exchange that you had with Mr. Freckleton?
that is correct.
Okay, so let's go, we can set that aside for now. Let's take a look at States Exhibit 7-19, please. This is a multi-page document, actually 23 pages. As he's scrolling through that, does it look familiar to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I'd like to have you take a look at page 13 of this document. Perhaps we could focus in, there you go.
Thank you.
Does that look familiar?
Yes, it does.
Okay, what is this information depicting?
This information is providing the client's policy number, who the insured is, the address, the date of birth. It's showing beneficiary changes, address change, beneficiary change, and it has the policy number, has the insured name there as well.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate copy of the policies, buy-sell policies that you recall seeing?
Yes,
The state would offer, States Exhibit 719?
All right, States 7-19 is admitted. Do you want me to publish to the jury?
Please, Your Honor.
Okay.
Could we scroll down just one more little block, I think? Okay, so this appears to be going in reverse chronological order, right? So the older things are at the bottom and it gets newer as you go towards the top. Is that fair?
that is correct.
Okay. So on January 1st, at the very bottom of this document, is there a change from one to another on that date with one policy?
There is, it's not showing on this specific page, but yes, there is. It's not showing specifically
Okay.
on this page.
So do you see the highlighted portion where it says one,
Yes,
two? So what is the policy number here?
167-351-41.
Okay. And in this particular case, who is the owner of that policy? Do you know? Does it show here?
It does not.
Okay. Does it show who the insured is and who, in other words, the person whose life is being insured?
Yes, it does.
And who is that?
Cody, I'm right.
Okay. And then does it show who the beneficiary is in this little block here?
It does not. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Yes, it does. Eric Richardson, partner 100%. I apologize.
Okay. Then in the next block, up from that, is that the same policy?
Yes, it is.
Okay, the 141.
Yes.
Okay, and effective date of this entry is January 1st?
January 2nd.
Um,
I'm sorry, effective date. Excuse me. Yes, January 1st. Yes.
Okay. And again, this is the policy on the life of Cody, right?
Yes.
Okay, and has the beneficiary changed?
Yes.
Okay, who has it changed to?
Kouri Richins, spouse 100%.
Okay, so where before it said partner, Eric Richins partner 100%, now it says Kouri Richins spouse 100%.
That's correct.
Okay. Can we scroll up just a little bit, please, Scott? Okay. We see another beneficiary change here in the center of the of this page. Again, it's entered on January 2nd, but the effective date is January 1st.
That is correct.
Okay. And again, we're talking about that same policy, 141.
Yes.
Cody Wright is the life that's being insured,
Yes.
and beneficiary.
Eric Richins, business partner 100%.
Okay, so it's changed back.
That is correct.
Okay. Is this the question that Freckleton was asking you about, this whole issue changing from one to the other?
Yes.
Okay. How does the owner of a policy, can they change their beneficiaries? For example, if I buy a policy on my life for my daughter, could I change the policy? Well, I think I want to give 50% to my daughter and 50% to my wife. Could I do that?
Yes, as the owner, you're able to make those changes.
Okay, and you would do it through some portal or something online, or?
Yes, that is an option, mynyl.com.
Okay. In this, I guess you could do it by calling up an agent or calling up one of your colleagues.
That is correct. You're able to do so over the phone as well as filling out a form.
I see. Okay. In this case, were you trying to find out how it was done and who did it?
Same.
Not the how and who, just I was trying to figure out exactly, let me rephrase that. So I know that it was done by someone in New York Life. I'm sorry, wait. I was trying to explain to the agent where the changes came from.
Okay. And you talked to your colleagues?
Yes, so I reached out to another department to get more clarification on IP addresses, et cetera, to confirm who exactly made the changes from the MyNYL portal.
Okay. So when you're making these changes through the MyNYL portal, can a beneficiary or someone unrelated to that policy get in there and change the beneficiary, for example?
No,
Okay. Who can get in there and change if they so desire?
the owner and anyone that has the owner's information.
Okay. All right. So in other words, if I found the password and the credentials, I could log in, I suppose, and change somebody else's.
Yes,
All right. So when you did your research, can we go, first of all, I still need 719. I need to go to page 15, if you could, please. Is that page 15? That's correct. Okay. Does this tell you, I think we need to scroll up just one more so we have the policy ending in 141? Okay. Does this page tell you who the owner is?
yes, it does.
Okay, policy 141 is owned by who?
Eric E. Richins.
Okay. Now I'm through with this one. Can we go to 720, please? I think we've laid the foundation, so I would offer States Exhibit 20. This is the email chain.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. No objection. States 7-20 is admitted.
We would ask permission to publish.
It's up.
Okay. Can we go to the very last page of this? So is this your very first email to Brian Freckleton?
That is correct.
Okay.
And it says, "Good morning, Brian. Per our conversation last week, please see below for who the beneficiaries were changed to on January 1st, 2022. Luckily, I was able to work with our tech support team to get this information." And howdy, howdy, Lacey. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
In this, you're saying, hey, this is in response to your question last week?
Yes.
Okay. Then can we scroll down to the next portion? On this, is this the information that you acquired from looking at talking to your colleagues and looking at the rest of the data?
That is correct.
Okay, so can you explain to the jury what it is that you found out?
So I found out that on January 1st, 2022, the beneficiary was changed from Kouri to Eric, back to Kouri, and then to Eric again,
Okay,
within a few minutes of each other,
okay, all on that same day.
all on that same day.
I see. And were you able to?
Okay, so at 7/21/49, a beneficiary change requested for that policy had Kouri Richins as the beneficiary at 100%. Then at 7/24/16, the beneficiary then changed to Eric Richins 100%. Then at 7:50 or 25:52, it then again changed to Kouri at 100%. And then at 7:27:37, it changed again back to Eric. All of these were from Eric Richins' login and all from the same IP address. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.
That moment provides some of the details of how that transaction occurred.
Yes.
What was it?
So after speaking with the representatives in our IT department, they stated that all were from Eric Richards' login and all from the same IP address.
Okay. Then, did you continue working on this for a couple more days after this, and exchanging emails with Brian Freckleton?
I believe this may have been the last one.
Let's go to June 9th, please. So it should be near the top. Couple bullets. Okay, this is the email from you.
Yes, we are going backwards. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I see.
so June 9th.
Yes.
Okay, and you're reviewing further information. A general point. You give a general point about who can log on, just generally speaking. In order to get into somebody's account, you have to have what?
Their login credentials.
Okay, so that means a password, a registered email address.
That is correct. And a username.
Okay, and in this particular case, it appeared to be coming from whose email address?
Kouri Richins.
Now, did you also get further information that all interaction was coming from that same email address?
That is correct.
Okay, that's all I have for this witness.
Good morning, Ms. Rogers.
Good morning, Alex.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good seeing you again.
Good to see you as well.
I wanted to make some clarifications. I'd like to talk to you about client IDs.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. From the documents that we've seen, what I'll do is I will pull up let's go with 720, I believe it was state 720. No, I'm sorry. 719. Thank you.
One moment.
Do you see that there?
No, nothing has
Oh,
come
not
up. Okay. Yes.
Perfect. Now that client ID right there, can you?
Do you want me to show this to the jury?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Thank you. I apologize.
Very good.
That client ID we see there that's highlighted, whose client ID is that?
Eric's.
Thank
That
you
one's
so
Eric's?
much,
I
criminally
believe.
confident.
Just- I
Hope you
just
feel
first
better.
glance at this is Eric's, yes.
Okay. And then if we can, actually, you know what I'll do? If we could pull up, let's do this one. 1 second. Can you just publish this just to Ms. Rogers, please? And let me know if you recognize this.
Yes.
And what is this?
This is, and would you please make it a little bit bigger, zoom in?
And you know what I can
Thank
do?
you.
Is if this is helpful, this is just a hard copy of it. And they probably make it easier to. It's the same one, is that right? There you go.
Thank you.
If you want to just go through that and see if you recognize that, and if you could focus on the client ID, or try to find a client ID there.
So this page does not have a client ID listed. It does have the owner's name, Eric, and it has his address and email address here, but
So
it's not specific to the client ID because
Perfect.
it's not listed.
So is this one similar to the one we just saw that was Cody's? On 7, we can
No,
post
they're two different.
719 for her.
That's two different type of views for this, but that other view just showed the insured information, but this is showing just Eric's information.
So let's go ahead and maybe this will help.
So that client ID that's listed here is for Cody.
For Cody.
Correct. That's the one that's circled.
Can we go to page 14?
Of what document?
This is for Eric.
So are we talking 719 or are we talking 1047?
1046 right now.
Okay.
Yep. And so there on your screen is just a electronic copy of what I just showed you. And that client ID, that one is Mr. Wright. Is that correct?
Okay, does anyone
Or
object
Eric's.
to
No, Eric's starts with an
bumping up tax testimony to 1.5? Or I'm sorry, not tax, life insurance. There's supposed to be fireworks on this next witness, and not that I don't appreciate all the work she did. I'm just we're speeding it up. Thank you guys.
9, not with this 153.
Okay, let's do this. The one we previously showed you, you had indicated that that was Eric, so maybe there was a mix-up. So Eric starts with a 9?
Correct.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is it 99? Well, look, before we complicate more things, we move to admit this document, judges, defense exhibit
You know,
1047.
That's not.
I will say, as much as I make fun of Skippy, he is an attractive man, and after he simmered down, he's been the best lawyer for the defense.
The one on the screen right now.
This one is.
This is 1047.
Yeah, they look the same. 1046.
Let's go back to the beginning and make sure we're talking.
Yeah,
about
so we go to the first page then.
Okay.
So they
So
look,
this is defendants 1046.
Correct.
Mr. Burmester, any objection?
Well, I think we need foundation to establish exactly which one we're looking at. And is it different or the same as?
Mr. Ramos, just for clarity of the
Sure.
record, would you lay a little foundation for
we
this
put
witness?
1046 and state 719 side by side. I think that would be the clearest because they look identical.
Okay.
And then I'll ask Mr.
Thank
Rogers
you.
some question.
All right.
That's perfect.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. So on the left-hand side, we have defense exhibit 1046. On the right-hand side, we have state 719. They appear to be the exact same format, correct?
Correct.
Except that one's for Eric and one is for Cody, correct?
Correct.
All right. And within these documents, this is where the client IDs are, correct?
There's no client.
Not on this first page, I apologize.
Correct.
But the remaining pages, if we could scroll through them, just so Ms. Rogers can see. And so that does that kind of tell you all of the different policies or client IDs related to Mr. Wright as well as Mr. Richins?
It does.
At this point, Judge, we would move to admit 1046. I believe that's enough foundation.
Mr. Burmester?
Yes.
Defendants 1046 is admitted.
Perfect. Okay. So with this information now, as you can see on the right-hand side, on the very top, and we could zoom it in if you'd like, it indicates Kouri Wright. Could you go a little bit higher to show Cody Wright's name there? Okay. Now, with that information on the right-hand side, is that Mr. Wright's client ID or is that Mr. Richins' client ID?
That's Cody Wright's client ID.
Ending in 8252.
Correct.
Okay. And then on the left-hand side, if we could do the same, just showing Mr. Richins and then the client ID. And is that Mr. Richins?
No, that's Cody's.
That's Cody's.
Mhm.
And if we go to on the
Yes.
if you could highlight on the right-hand side, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. January 24th. There
Yes.
indicates a client ID
Yes.
there.
That is Eric's.
That is Eric's. Okay.
Yes.
So with that information, it appears that client ID 992141444 is
Eric's.
Eric's.
Mhm.
And if we could go back to the very top, the client ID, if you could highlight or call that out on the right-hand side, starts with 015328252.
Correct.
That is Cody's.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, with that information, that is how we could, or your office could determine what are the changes were made, correct?
So basically, the defense is just going through and trying to figure out who the policy owner is. We haven't gotten into the meat and potatoes of anything yet. We're just trying to establish client ID numbers.
No. How do we determine the changes were made?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
not correct.
correct. I apologize.
That's okay.
Those are the client IDs that were used to figure out when changes were made, who made the changes, correct?
It wasn't the client ID that was used. It was the actual owner's information, but not the client ID that comes into play in a different way, but not in regards to logging in. Because there's different ways to log into my NYL. You can log in with your name, social security number, and then you have to have an email address. And then other ways to use a client ID, but you still have to have an email address associated with it.
Correct. Let's go there. Maybe this will be helpful. If we could pull up the state's exhibit. $720, please. And if we could go to the last page. If we could call that out just so it's a little bit clearer for Ms. Rogers.
Thank you.
So maybe what we're talking about here is different, so I'll get on the same page with you.
Okay.
This is the Eric Richins login,
Yes.
correct, is what you indicated. If we could publish this to the jury. Okay, so this one is saying that it was all from Eric Richins' login.
Mhm.
And now what you just indicated, maybe this is where I was mistaken, Eric Richins' login, it could be an email you indicated?
It could be either his name and his date of birth and the last four of his social.
Okay.
And then on the next screen, it's going to ask for an email address to do verification.
Okay.
Or they can put in a client ID. And then on the next page, it's going to ask for clarification.
Okay.
I'm sorry, for an email for verification.
Understand. So that's kind of the login process
That is correct.
for my NYL.
Yes.
Okay. And then if we could go to page 2 of that same document at the bottom, that second bullet point there, if we could call that out for Ms. Rogers so it's clear.
Thank you.
Yes. And this is what you're referring to, that they cannot log in with any other credentials besides what we have on record, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And in this case, what did you have on record?
The credentials that we had on record were Eric's name, but a different email address. It wasn't an email address that, so two clients would never have the same email address associated with one policy. So in looking at Eric's policy and the email address versus another policy that had the same email address is where we came up with that information.
So then the login information, or the login email,
Mhm.
when you're referring here to Kouri, it's
Correct.
the email that's associated with it.
Yes.
Okay, and that's where I wanted to get to. So on that second bullet point where it indicates it does appear that Kouri is the one that has been managing the online activity, it's based on the fact that her email is being used.
The email is being used correct.
Okay, and her email, do you recall what that one was?
Kouri Richins, I'm not quite sure what that, it might have been at gmail.com or AOL, I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Oh, thank you.
Do you recall that document?
Yes, at Hotmail, yes.
Okay, and what does that document show?
It says Kouri Garden at hotmail.com for both,
And what do you mean for both?
for Eric's profile and for Kouri's profile.
Okay, and then are there different client IDs?
Yes,
Okay, which one's the one on the left, if you could describe whose it is,
it's Eric's,
and what is his client ID?
153-28252,
8252. And then Ms. Richins?
989-455-105.
Perfect. Not perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, you had indicated we could take that down. You had indicated there in that email with Mr. Freckleton that you had to reach back out to the, I believe, your IT people,
That's correct.
and they produced a document that outlined exactly what had happened, correct?
Yes.
Okay. If we can, just for Ms. Rogers, pull up,
Yes.
can you see that, Ms. Rogers?
Barely.
Okay, let's zoom in maybe at the top and just scroll down through her, or for her.
Thank you.
So let me know if you, as we're scrolling through, if you recognize this.
Yes.
Okay, and can you explain what it is?
This is the IT department, just basically showing who the IP, what happened with 3 changes in the IP addresses. But this came from someone else.
Yes, it wasn't from you.
That's correct.
Correct. You had you.
This witness is not part of that email chain. At least that's what she's been.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is that an objection or?
Well, if we're going to quote from it, yes, it's hearsay.
I think he's just asking a question about it. Any other objection, Mr. Burns?
No, that's, you can ask questions about that.
Mr. Ramos, please proceed.
In everything that you were doing, Ms. Rogers, in terms of trying to assist Mr. Freckleton in answering his question, did you happen to either come across this or do you recognize this during that?
I've never.
And if we could go to page 2 as well. And if we could kind of highlight the left column.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, hey.
Mr. Jingles is like, I haven't seen you in forever. Aw.
Mm. Oh, hey, what's up?
So it seems like this particular person is the woman who gave Kouri the information that she was not or no longer the beneficiary of at least the whole life insurance for Eric's business. And then
Oh.
when we finished up yesterday afternoon, it looks like Kouri went through 1.3 or 5, since I'm not good with math, but a significant amount of money
Mhm.
in life insurance to service the debt she had already accrued. So
Ooh.
she got life insurance and it was already gone.
Oh,
Y-
okay. Okay. Yeah.
There.
This information, I don't recognize that it came from another department representative, but I did not send this to him directly.
No, and I'm not asking that. Just if you had reviewed it during.
No.
Okay.
No.
And would this have come, do you know, from the information we were talking about, the IT people? with
That's
IT?
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. And, well, actually, if we could take that down. Okay. So,
Can we just identify, just for the record, what that document is? It's 1047, I believe, right?
so she doesn't recognize it, that it wasn't sent to her. So I'm not
Just for
gonna-
the record, it's okay. I just want to make sure the record is clear. That
Oh, yeah, what number was that? 1047. And Ms. Rogers identified that she knows what it is, but it is not something that was sent by her or to her.
That's correct.
And so we're not going to be asking questions.
We can keep
Okay. All right. Ms. Rogers, the question I have that is, now that we have the client IDs all squared away,
Okay.
and as you indicated that they are tied to email addresses, okay? If we could pull back up States Exhibit 720, please. Second page at the bottom, if we could go back to that. If we could publish that to the jury.
Speculation.
This statement from you.
If
this email
Eric
from you,
really,
Mr. Freckleton,
hey, she's
you
going to
indicated that
kill
doesn't-
me,
that
why didn't he tell her, hey, I changed, so you're no longer the beneficiary?
Well, they seem to be in a very not very trusting part in the relationship, so I could see how he wouldn't tell her if it
Mhm.
was going to cause drama. Like maybe this was the first part of the separation where you start looking at assets and you protect yourself.
Mm.
I don't know, because yeah, this is all pretty bad. Not to mention the searches she made after they took her first phone. Good God.
Yeah. Oh, oh no, Kouri. No, this is not unusual, folks, where, hey, let's grab all your phones, and then knowing you have to get a new phone, come back for that phone a month later.
Yeah, they were she was not aware that the state would subpoena the next phone as well.
Mm.
I will say that this defense, I had good impressions at first, but they have ironically, Skippy is the least offensive.
Mm. Okay.
Kouri is the one that has been maintaining the online activity. So I'd like to clarify that. The reason you indicated Kouri is only because it's her email that was associated with the client ID, correct?
Correct. In
your investigation and you in New York Life, there's nothing at all that can tell you that it was actually Ms. Richins who was behind the screen when this happened, correct?
Well, the IP information will be the only other thing.
Correct. So did you do a search for the IP address?
No, I did not.
Okay,
I came
so-
from another department.
Right. So you didn't do investigation into the IP address, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So based on the IP address, which you haven't done anything on, the reason that you indicate in that statement that it was Kouri is because of her email address, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And as you indicate there, if someone else knows the password, and you indicate her information, and to be clear, the individual or the login information was tied to the client ID, right? When we saw the beneficiary change, or for the policy, I'm sorry.
Correct.
Okay. If we could go to the last page, please. And these changes all happened within 6-ish minutes?
Yes.
Okay. And at the end of the day, between 7:21 and 7:27, everything remained or went back to being the same, correct?
It did.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you, Ms. Rogers.
You're welcome.
Sorry for all the back and forth on the client ID.
That's okay. No
All right.
worries.
Have a good day.
You do the same. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Burns,
I have no further questions.
may we release this witness?
That would be the state's request, Your Honor, that she be allowed to go because she's got a plane to catch.
You are free to go.
Okay.
Release from the subpoena. Please
Okay.
travel safely.
Thank you. I appreciate
Please
it.
watch your step.
Next, the state will call Brian Franklinton.
Okay.
Now, from what I've seen, looking ahead a little bit, this next witness, the defense,
You step in front of her and you will
as abrasive and upsetting as they have been, according to the scuttlebutt in chat, they get really bad with this witness.
get you sworn in, sir.
Or maybe not this witness, but the witness after this witness.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole
We
truth, and nothing but the
stay
truth, subject to the
behind.
pains and penalties of perjury?
About an hour behind. Or a lot behind.
Please proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Freckleton, could you please state your full name and then spell your last name for the record?
It's Brian, Brian Freckleton, Freckleton.
Sir, are you employed?
I am.
How?
I own a little firm called Freckleton Financial Group, and we are involved in insurance and investments.
Mr. Freckleton, I'm sorry to ask you. You pull that microphone a little closer, please.
Sure.
Okay, now I would buy my life insurance solely at Freckleton Insurance because of the T-shirt. I don't know.
Thank you, sir.
It's the first time somebody's told me I was talking too low.
You do have a low voice, so we got to project out to the very reaches of this room.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Do you know a person by the name of Eric Richins
I do.
and Cody Wright?
I do.
How do you know them?
They were introduced to me through Linda and Jean Richins. They were very early clients of mine in the early years, and then Eric reached out to me. I think it was 2007. He had just recently got married and asked me if I could do some life insurance for him and his first wife.
Okay. Now you mentioned the
Did he say first wife or for his wife?
Hmm.
I have to go back because I wouldn't put it past the Richins family as much as they hated Kouri to introduce him as his first or introduce her as his first wife. Like, look, I would be like, this is his first wife. I'm his only wife. I was like, for now.
that situation was did he buy some insurance from you at that time
Yes,
on himself?
and his wife.
Okay. And that was in 2007?
Right.
Okay. Did you subsequently come to know Kouri Richins?
Yes.
Have you met her before?
Yes.
More than one occasion?
Yes.
Now, are you familiar with C&E Masonry?
I am.
And did you do work for C&E Masonry?
I did.
Okay. Are you familiar with the term buy-sell agreement?
I am.
Could you briefly explain to the jury what a buy-sell agreement is? We don't have to go into great detail, but we're dealing here with a partnership, is that right?
Yes.
C&E is a partnership, Eric and Cody?
Yes.
And so what is a buy-sell agreement?
A buy-sell agreement is an agreement that one or two or more partners will put together to protect from the partners dying, retiring, becoming disabled. It's a document that allows them to be bought out, usually of that partnership. In the case of this one, it was called a cross-purchase agreement, and the way it's set up is that we take.
So
Oh, what?
transitioned into, in this case, so did you help put together parts of a buy-sell agreement that involved Cody Wright and Eric?
Yes.
Okay. So in this situation, go ahead and explain what that buy-sell agreement did for Eric.
In context with those two.
Yes.
Yeah. So the agreement is usually funded, and life insurance is usually the least expensive way to fund large amounts of money. In this case, it was $2 million. They felt the company was worth about $4 million at the time. And so we put $2 million of life insurance on each of them. Eric would own the policy on Kouri, and Cody would own a policy on Eric. In the event of one of their deaths, the owner of the contract would also be the beneficiary, and that money would go to Cody in this case. So Cody receives $2 million. He receives it tax-free based on life insurance, and then he turns around. He's obligated, as is the estate, to buy that stock, and so he has to come in with that $2 million and buy the stock from the estate of Eric, or the trust of Eric in this case.
Okay. All right. You said that there's $2 million on each man for the
Yes.
total value of the company being $4 million at the time this
Yes.
agreement was entered.
Yes.
And so, was there more than one policy to come up with the $2 million?
Yes, we started out with $1 million of term insurance and $1 million of what they call traditional whole life insurance.
Okay. Initially, was there 2 terms, $1 million each on each guy, and then it one was converted to a whole life product?
Well, the initial policies were $1 million of the permanent insurance and then $1 million of term insurance. And
I
then later down the line, we converted the term insurance over to
I see.
permanent. Yeah.
Okay. Could we have that one? The demonstrative exhibit? Okay. Does this? Can you see this thing? Does that portray the various policies that we're talking about?
Yeah, the first 4 policies there.
Would that be helpful in conveying your testimony to the jury?
Sure.
Would ask permission to publish.
Mr. Ramos, any objection to this demonstrative? I don't know the number.
It's not labeled.
Okay.
Anything, I just,
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Grimson.
okay. So the 4 on the left are $1 million policies for each man.
Yes, the starting from the left going to the right. Yes.
Okay, and then the second policies are later converted into whole life
Yeah.
policies.
Those 2 in the middle were term insurance policies, and they were converted over to the last 2 to the right.
I see. And so these policy numbers, the first two digits, 1, 4, represent one type of product, and then the 1, 6 in the whole life represents that they were whole life products.
The policy numbers don't necessarily reflect the type of
Oh,
life
I see.
insurance policy, but the policy numbers that you have there are correct.
Okay. All right. So there's one policy I'd like to focus in on.
All right, I just want to do one thing, just once. And I'm going directly to hell.
Oh,
Look, she looks human.
wow.
Even with blue. Even blue is better. Talk to me about your Mary Kay. Are you an autumn, a pastel? Call Mo.
Just went away. Could we have that back again? I'm not sure what happened. Okay. On the lower right-hand corner, there's 16735-141.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have some sort of notice system or portal or something that New York Life contacts you as an agent?
We have a portal system, and in that portal system is what we call alerts. It allows us to see if what clients may have done, or confirmations of things we've done for our clients that got done. If money comes in, it tells us that. If it's the beneficiary's been changed, or check-o-matics, or banks, or stuff like that, it tells me that.
So on January 1st of 2022, did you receive an alert?
I did.
Okay. Can you tell us what the alert was to you?
Yes, it was an alert that the policies on Eric and Cody, the beneficiary had been attempted to be changed.
Okay. And so what did you do about that?
Well, I called both Cody and Eric, and both of them went to message like usual. They were very busy guys and hard to get a hold of. And so we got a notice that someone that they had changed, tried to change the beneficiaries of the policies, and I called them. And,
Do you remember today who had been changed to who?
yeah, the beneficiary had been changed to Kouri Richins
From?
from, well, in this case, it was from Eric.
Okay. All right. And to be clear, so Eric is a beneficiary. So in this type of policy, he's the owner.
He is the owner.
Okay. And so it was actually insurance on the life of Kouri Wright.
That's correct.
Okay. And so you talked to, did they contact Cody and Eric call you back or?
They did.
Okay. Did you explain to them what happened?
I did.
Okay. And at some point, did you reach out to New York Life?
I did.
And did, on June 2nd, were you able to talk to Ms. Rogers, LaShonda Rogers?
Yes,
Okay. And then have an exchange with her?
I did.
Okay. Can I just see, it's already been admitted, 7-20? Is this the email chain that you had with LaShonda Rogers?
Yeah.
Okay. If I haven't done this, I would offer States Exhibit 719 and 720.
Are those in here? They're already there.
I have no more questions for this witness.
Mr. Ramos, please.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
You indicate that you had set up these life insurance policies for Mr. Wright and Mr. Richins, correct?
Correct.
Do you recall when you had set up the one for Eric, approximately? The year?
Which one?
This one. That's it.
Having to do with the buy-sell?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I think it was,
Or how about this? Anything with New York Life? Maybe we'll just start there.
well, there was a policy put on Eric in 2007.
Okay.
It was a $500,000 in term insurance.
And when would this one have been started, this buy-sell?
I believe the buy-sell was done started in 2020.
I'm gonna show you-
I guess.
Okay, I'm going to show you a document. Maybe that'll refresh your recollection.
Please.
All right. If we could pull up, just for the witness, Your Honor, 1048. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just see if he recognizes it. If we could, yes, perfect. Thank you so
Let's
much.
do these on.
Do you recognize this? And we can scroll down.
Yes.
Okay, and then at the very top there, sorry, go back. You're included in that email, or your name comes up, correct?
Yeah, this is a something that New York Life, the carrier, sends out to me, or myself, and the insured,
Okay, and is this kind of like
or the owner. I apologize to the owner.
to the owner?
Yeah.
Is this kind of like an introductory kind of welcome email?
No, this is the documents.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, this is on Mr. Richins, correct?
I would assume so. I really can't tell, but I would assume that it is because it says that it's a required signature for Eric Richins, but that doesn't tell me who it is.
Sure.
Because the insured and the owner has to sign these applications.
Sure. And then when you set this up, did you also assist with the email process or the login process to, you can take it down, My NYL?
I did not.
You did not?
No,
Okay.
we're not allowed to do that. The owner of the is the only one that has the right to legally go into those accounts.
And when you received this email,
Yes.
also Mr. Richins was included in it, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we can pull it back up. And which email does he use?
For this or
Correct.
otherwise?
Correct.
For this, he uses the Kouri Darden at hotmail.com.
Okay. And this was back when?
20?
Perfect.
It says on there June 11th, 20.
Okay. Your Honor, we moved to mid 1048 at this point.
Okay. Defense 1048.
Thank you.
Do you want the published one?
Yes, please. Thank you. If we could just, for the jury, just highlight that top portion there. All right. And my only other question, I'm not sure if you know the answer to this. Are you familiar with the
No,
client
he was
IDs
in
for Mr.
Cocoon.
Richins as well as Mr. Wright?
I know they have them, but I couldn't even come close.
Understood.
Yes.
In your conversations with
Yes.
Ms. Rogers, we saw some email communication, correct?
Yes.
Did you receive anything at all related to the IP address or the client IDs used?
Yes.
Do you recall if I showed you, I'm going to show you an image. Let me know if you recall it. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Pull that one up, please. Just for the witnesses and counsel. 1040. Yes. If we could call it out and we'll scroll through it.
Yeah.
Just let me know if you end up, I'm sure it's in a different.
Now, Nick, if you're a defense attorney and you're wanting your client to not look like they're in prison, are you giving them anything with a stripe pattern,
Nope.
especially the black and white variety?
Nope. Gotta be real. Optics are more important than you would think.
Also, maybe don't give people migraines if your clients in stripes don't wear houndstooth of an abstract next to them.
If you go real close and then back off, do you see numbers?
I'm telling you, it looks like she's an extra in a low-budget Tim Burton remake of The Corpse Bride.
Different format with all these, but just let me know if you recall seeing this. It's about 3 pages long.
This was, yeah, I mean, this is the email that I literally requested.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so if we could go to page 2, and if we could just kind of call out that left column that doesn't look like the matrix. And do you see that right there?
I do.
And do you recognize that policy number?
Where do you have it? Oh, there. I don't recognize it, but I will assume that it's the one on, one of the two.
And that's the reason you were calling, as you indicated, the document you were requesting, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And to the left of that, it says policy owner, and to the left of that, it has a client ID. Seeing that, do you recall whose client ID that is?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's fine.
I see a lot of client ID.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
No problem. Judge, at this point, we move to admit 1047.
Well, I didn't scroll through pretty fast. I did not see Mr. Freckleton on the email chain. So
Would you folks approach her just one second?
And Mr. Jingles is having an only cats moment behind me.
Well, I do. So I pledge right here and not in the Amber Heard word of pledge. But when we get to 100 sidebars, if it is a day
Ms.
that I
Franklin,
don't pick up the feral children, I will
in
take a
this
shot,
document,
a
is
full
this the document
shot.
you requested?
Not the little Mo quarter shot, but the full shot. Now, if this happens to fall on a day that I pick up the young ferals, I will pay the next day. But when we get to 100, I'm taking a shot.
I'm in for that one.
Or that you received?
I don't remember the exact document, but it was submitted.
It's a
So
remake.
it just told me where the policy changes in the beneficiary had been.
It
done.
looked great in
And
Sweeney
it's just-
Todd.
Renew my
Yeah,
rights.
in a pie.
I don't think
Yeah.
the negative hasn't identified this
Stop
document.
there. Foundation objection is sustained.
Okay, no problem. Ms. Freckleton.
Holy God, that thing just keeps growing. Like
Yeah.
the trial is going to be for the pimple attached to Kouri Richins at this point.
Now alternates is another one over here, and
Can the pimple be an unindicted co-conspirator? Oh my God, we need to make merch. We have a pimple unindicted co-conspirator Richins trial.
At one point, you requested information about the changes, correct?
Yes.
From Ms. Rogers, correct? Or from New York Life?
Yes.
Okay. And at one point, you were told that changes were made.
I knew they had been changed because I had gotten an alert, and then that made me confirm
Right.
that it had been changed.
And you received that information back.
I did.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you, Judge. Okay. Thank you, Mr. President.
Gotcha.
And did LaShonda sent you the email? That was
Yes.
720.
Yes.
Isn't this here
That's more like what
what
I
you got?
received.
Okay. And yes, please.
Okay.
This here is the document you had received from LaShonda.
Yes.
Okay. Now, defense showed you an exhibit that said it was established June 11th of 2020. The policies.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
Didn't you
Fair
change or alter it
point.
somehow in November in conjunction with Ms. Bowman Carter, which included
Policies?
well, changed it in. There's suddenly a trust involved.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's okay. I just
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Rhodes. No further questions. Thank you, Judge. May this witness be released, counsel?
Yes, please. You're up.
If he can be subject to recall, Judge, he cannot be. You're free to go today. You may need to be recalled by the defense counsel. We'll give you some notice. Okay. In the meantime, please don't talk to anybody about the case. Please don't watch any coverage of the case. Okay. All right.
You got it.
Thank you, sir.
You got
it. You might take that with you. Thank you, sir. Mr. Bloodworth.
Your Honor, I know we've only been at it an hour, but perhaps we can take a very brief break.
No problem. Let's do it. Please rise for the jury.
Trying to see if they do anything on this break.
Proceed. Mr. Bloodworth, forgive me, I couldn't tell if you actually wanted a break or if you just needed to address something on the record.
No, I need to go to the bathroom.
No problem. We're going to take a break until 4:45. Thank you. Court's in recess.
Your Honor, my prostate hasn't been normal since 1984. I just need to pee. I don't know why that just tickled me. But oh God, it's Bart Simpson.
We're on the
What
record.
is-
Please proceed.
Thank you. This morning at 8:30, we received, well, Ms. Nestor received a text from the state, which none of us saw until we were sitting here in court, where they have now provided documentation that Ms. Lauber did in fact violate drug court during the time that after she was cooperating in this case. That's illegal information. I did not have that information to cross her with. They further, for the first time, disclosed the text messages between her and Detective Maynard that I asked her about. What's in these text messages should have been available. I could have used this on cross-examination. It's different than what she testified to. This is Giglio that was not given to us, and we moved for a mistrial.
Okay, pause.
Let me I forgot I had this at one point. Let me
So you're calling it Giglio information because you believe it is information that is material to impeachment of one of the state's witnesses.
now
Well,
is
yeah.
Giulio, so
Her
Giulio's
credibi-
different than Brady.
Yeah. Yeah, Giglio is not evidence against Kouri. It is
Oh,
impeachment material against the witness on the stand. Ow.
Okay. Well, all right, that makes sense. I figured there would have to be a different term,
No,
but that makes sense.
They're both within the same range because it's material to the defense tactics and stuff.
Absolutely. This is why are both sides so
Oh,
absolutely
Mr. Gilbert,
terrible?
Stop clawing me.
Be nice to our Nick.
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any basis to say that the state had it before Ms. Lauber was put on the stand?
Well, this was information that we requested. It was information we requested when we tried to get.
Answer my question.
Yes, it belonged to Detective Maynard. Detective Maynard had this information and sent an email to Mr. Bloodworth about the violation prior to the trial starting.
Mr. Bloodworth.
I'm not entirely sure what text message this defense received this morning. It was not from me. I had not heard of it until just now. I understand that about 10 days ago, the defense submitted a grandma request to the sheriff's office asking for information related to the supervision of Carmen Lauber.
By Mr. Maynard.
By this, well, they generally by Mr. They asked for any information on all supervision.
Okay.
The supervision was by Eric Maynard.
Yeah.
I think they're referencing a violation of probation involving she was caught with an alcoholic beverage. Is that what we're talking about?
That's correct.
I provided that information to defense maybe 3 weeks ago in an email.
Okay. Ms. Lewis, I'm not going to shoot from the hip on this. You have to put this in a written motion so I can see it all with the timeline and content. Let the state respond to.
Yes, I can. I will just state for the record, the email about the alcohol violation was sent to Mr. Bloodworth November 15th of 2023.
Well, what about Mr. Bloodworth's email to defense that he just referenced?
I saw no such email.
Okay, well, we'll get into it, but you've got to put this in writing. We're not going to do
Okay,
this
so
on
now we are in one of
in
these
the moment.
situations again where the defense says, "Hey, we didn't get it until now," and the prosecution says, "No, we gave it to them some time ago," and it happened, on day 2, and then it was the defense. Yeah, we had it was actually with the expert witness that was ghosting them, and no, it was kind of
Yes.
the other way around. So I understand that the judge is saying,
Yeah.
put on the brakes, put it on a written motion, and let them respond.
Well, this also doesn't bode well for Miss Nestor because not only is she involved in this case, but in the Tyler Robinson case where she has bemoaned the amount of discovery. So it does seem like maybe, and I think they were talking about 10 terabytes in the Robinson. So it is a large amount, but
Yeah.
it does seem like you need a whole separate dedicated team if you have that much discovery just
Mm.
to
Go through
be
it.
in charge
Yeah.
of discovery.
Yeah. But when it comes to this particular case, I mean, on the face of it, if they knew she violated drug court, they would have used it in cross-examination,
Absolutely.
because now it's kind of too late. Even if they have the option of recalling her.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like the appearance of the state doing something shady,
Mm.
but I also don't know how reliable they found Carmen to begin with. So
Yeah.
it's also how much do I trust Carmen and how much do I trust that data actually backs up somewhat
Mm.
what they say, what she says?
Mm.
You know, am I trusting Carmen or the data?
Yeah.
It's more of the data, and Carmen seems to remember being on Earth at the same time as her cell phone was.
Mm.
Sometimes.
Mm.
Anything else on that?
Not on that, no. Do you want to address anything?
I do have one other issue, Your Honor. I know that it is always tradition that the state gets to sit closest to the jury in every trial I've ever been in. That's the case, and we actually prefer it that way. But we are getting reports from individuals who are watching this matter on television that particularly yesterday, but also previously to yesterday, that members of the prosecution team are making faces at the jury during our cross-examinations, and we would ask that
With respect, I have a better view of this than any of the cameras. I haven't seen anything like that.
Okay, well, we've asked for the timestamps, and we're going to try to provide it to the court, but all I'm asking is just a gentle admonishment that
To be fair, the state made a really dumb face when Miss Kathy Nestor did try to imply that because all of the bounce checks were covered in one way or another, Kouri did not overdraft to the tune of $300,000.
Mm.
She was, you know, she came out, you know, balanced. And so, yeah, the state did make a face of what the hell is wrong with you?
Mm.
Also, ma'am, I'm just gonna throw this out there. As a recovering bully, maybe don't talk about people making faces in that jacket because it, it's
Oh,
like
but
saying telling Bricada not to do something. This is setting you up.
Hold on here. It seems like somebody else noticed.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
and as I would say, put a little spit and polish on it and then get it ready for sale, right? Fair enough. Okay. And then the goal is to flip, and as I would say,
Well,
put a little
that's
spit
not
and
much
polish
of a
on it
face, but it
and
is
then
like,
get it
really?
ready for sale, right? Fair enough. Okay.
He did another one. There was a more exaggerated one that I asked JKD Buck to get Grok to make because you could tell he was like, why are we even here? Yes, Dingus would kill me in a heartbeat. And Thor would help for the wig.
Yeah, Mr. Jingles, I would provide food for Mr. Jingles for weeks. And I mean, I'm all...
Nick, if you want to start a little early, it is pouring out and we are close to flood area. So I want to get the boys before anything floods up.
Yep. Hold on.
And this way you don't even need a time marker. You just look for this hideodorous jacket. Okay, can I tell you why I'm going to hell, chat? At first I thought those were elephants, not a houndstooth. And I was like, I don't know that I would have picked the elephant jacket, but hey.
All right. I think I have the timestamp roughly at the right. Okay, but I will skip over and start, and you can.
Okie dokie.
Yep. See you all in a bit.
Bye, you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I know we are a bit behind, but we are working between real life, so I appreciate it so much. We will be back tomorrow. I will be here starting at 8 with headlines, true crime, and all the absurd on Mornings with Mo, and probably a new wig because do I really want to do, you know, my hair? Probably not. But I will see you all tomorrow starting at 8, and then we will be back doing our 2 hours of the afternoon and trying to catch up before court. So I will see you guys and be safe, stay dry, and I will see you guys in a little bit and have fun with Nick. I have heard that this next witness is a tough one and that the defense goes crazy. So I can't wait to listen along with you guys. Bye, you guys.